Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a special Saturday edition of Primetime Gorehounds on August 24th, 2025 at 3:30 p.m. Central Time. I am Primetime James Thomas here with the Gorehound himself, Paul Burt, watching the 1986 movie Howard the Duck, starring Leah Thompson, a year after Back to the Future, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and we are live! Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Hopefully everyone's had a great weekend on this beautiful late summer day. Summer, fall is just around the corner. And and hopefully everyone's had a great weekend. Please forget to hit the likes. Paul, where the hell are you?
Well, you know, when my camera's on, that usually means one thing. Have you done it the last 3 times already?
Oh, we're doing this. Oh, okay.
Yeah, got a brand new costume. Got it finished a few days ago. Going to be going to Schwingen, Germany with this in a couple of weeks. But over the past weekend, I was at the West End Carnival in my hometown and decided to give it a test run. And people liked it. I mean, people were asking for photos, you know, people with their kids and everything. It was a really cool experience. But anyway, guys, I got to pull the headphone cable out of my microphone and I'll show you guys what I got going on. And yeah, I'll be on stream the whole time with this costume like I've done before. You know how this works, folks. So I won't be able to hear James' reaction until I plug the mic back in. So if you guys are ready, just give me a minute and I'll get set up.
All right. Okay. Cool. But while Paul is getting all of that done, yes, Howard the Duck. This is my.
All right, you ready?
Oh, we're all okay. Yes, go ahead. Fuck yeah, that's nice. That is nice. I dig it. And is that gonna be Paul, have you thought about being a wrestler?
Just gotta sit back down. I'm gonna get my camera set up. And I'll get your reactions in just a moment. 1 second.
But yeah, dig it. I dig the costume. It's a pretty badass costume. But yes, Howard the Duck, starring Leah Thompson, who we just did Back to the Future she was in. Now this is going to be my first time watching this film. Now, of course, I've heard about this film. I hear that this is one of the worst films ever made, but it had a cult following behind it.
This is true.
But yeah, this is gonna be very, very interesting. Howard the Duck, Leah Thompson, Tim Robbins is in this. That piece of garbage, fucking
Jeffrey Jones. Yeah, I know.
Jeffrey Jones is in this, so already off to a bad start with me. But
yeah, I know. Hey, I mean, that was fucking bullshit what he did anyway. I don't condone any of that shit. He's a piece of shit. That's why they written him off the Beetlejuice sequel.
I hate that they acknowledged him in the Beetlejuice sequel. I'm like, no, have him stay dead. Fuck him.
They had someone else play the voice role instead, though. That's the thing. Oh, with me fucking remote. All right, 1 second. Gotta get us set up again. Because every time you put a movie on Blu-ray on pause, the thing goes into this universal menu, and I gotta reset. All right, I'm at 3 seconds in. But anyway, Howard the Duck. This movie, I remember coming across when my parents had one of their movie nights. I think I was about maybe 3 years old when this movie came out in '87 in the UK. Because it came out in '86 in the US because we had like a slow release schedule over here in the UK and everything. But I had no idea at the time that this movie was based on a Marvel comic book character. Because at that time I was like 3 years old, and I just thought, this is a pretty interesting movie, for me as a kid back then. But as the movie went on, I did find out a little more about it and heard about how it had a lot of production troubles during the making of this movie, and how this movie pretty much just blitzed bombed-wise at the box office. I mean, it shit bombed. I mean, you're talking about a movie that had a budget of, I think it was 37 million, and it only went on to make 14 million. So at the time, it was the lowest grossing Marvel film until Punisher Warzone came out in 2009. Thing is, though, right? Even though this movie did, in its initial release, didn't go down well with the critics at all, and to some extent it doesn't. But like James pointed out earlier, it does have a strong cult following, to the point where, some folks reckon that, the critics were being a bit too harsh, or maybe the humor was too, messed up at that time. Because originally, I remember reading into this, is that originally this movie was going to be an animated movie, but because of some contract reason with Universal and George Lucas, they had no choice but to make it a live action film. If it was an animated film, they probably would have got away with doing that. And also because of the comic book source that it's based on, if you've ever read the comic books, which I've read some of them, the humor, you could say, was on par with something like Deadpool. It had that same kind of humor, adult-oriented humor in the comics, but the Universal Studios were like, nah, we don't want to do that. So they ended up going the kid-friendly approach, which at the time, when you think of movies back then, especially based on comics, nobody was taking comic book movies as seriously as they are right now. Because when this movie came out at a time when, movies based on comic books was a rare thing at the time. And this movie fell into that like pitfall where, when you had the early day versions of, I don't know, let's say like Spider-Man, or the Captain America movie that came out in the 90s that was done by the director of Cyborg. You had that 1989 movie version of The Punisher that Dolph Lundgren was in. This was at a time when movies based on comic books, where the studios were not going to take the source seriously, and they wanted to put their own little spin on it with the whole thing, and that's what they tried to do here. So there was a lot of, I guess you could say, a lot of conflicting issues and a lot of other issues that caused this movie to bomb the way it did, in terms of with critics and the box office wise side of things. I mean, if you try to do this movie now, you probably would have been able to get away with what's on the comic book source now. And as in the later years, this character has had, I guess, some sort of resurgence in the form of comic books. He had a cameo in Guardians of the Galaxy recently, and he was also on that TV series. I think it was called Marvel What If. And I heard the episode that he was involved in that. He had a pretty good reception to that in terms of the review for that episode. And of course, he's had a couple of appearances in a comic book series called Marvel Zombies, which is going to be dropping on Disney Plus in September. I don't know if his character arc is going to be in it or not, but that remains to be seen. But as for me, like I said, I've read some of the comic books after this movie came out. And I remember there was a comic book that came out that was written by the guy who created this comic book, who is no longer alive anymore. He passed away about 10, 13 years ago. But it was kind of like a follow-up to this. And also, Leah Thompson, back in, I think it was 2021, she actually was pitching to Marvel the idea of her writing and directing a movie based on this comic book series. So she gave them the pitch. They looked at it. They thought it was pretty good, but they decided to ultimately not go for it because they got other plans. But apparently, Leah Thompson was in the process of bringing this character back to the movie screen or small screen to some capacity, because she said later on that she did have a good time being involved in this film, for better or for worse.
Well, this is going to be my first time watching this film, so we're gonna see. So, all right. So we're about 3 seconds in. Go ahead, watch alongside with us. So let us know your thoughts on the film. So yeah, here we go. Rules go 3, 2, 1, play. When we say play, you press play. Again, 3, 2, 1, play. When we say play, you press play.
And if you don't press play, you're gonna see something pretty fucked up coming out of somebody's mouth.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
And we are in. The old Universal logo, the MCA. Yeah, this was a Universal movie, and believe it or not, this was actually produced by George Lucas.
Oh.
And he almost went bankrupt because of this movie. No joke.
Yep, George Lucas presents
Willard Hyatt film.
Will Hyatt film. Nice shot of the. I'm assuming that's New York. Yeah, that's New York. Is it New York?
No, this is. It looks like our city, but this is his home planet. You'll see.
Okay.
You'll see a couple of things where you can think, "Hang on a second, this ain't quite what we're seeing here."
Leah Thompson. Yeah. I'm assuming this is her first film after Back to the Future. That piece of shit. Jeffrey Johns. Tim Robbins.
Yeah, who years later went on to do Shawshank Redemption. You see what I mean on those photos? There's a difference. Chip Zen, that's the guy who does the voice of Howard in this movie. Ed Gale was doing the body double, but he was like one of 8 different people that ended up playing the character.
Okay.
And unfortunately, Ed Gale, he passed away last year, but he got caught kind of doing the same thing Jeffrey Jones did.
Are you serious?
I wish I was joking, but I did read into it when I was looking at his Wikipedia. Got caught.
Man. Fucking Hollywood, bro.
This is what happens when you're out of work for a lot of years. People end up doing fucked up shit like that, especially if it's in that line of work. But anyway. But yeah, you see the differences that's going on. I mean, you saw that Raiders of the Lost Ark, but it's like Breeders, and then you got Rolling Egg, which is a reference to Rolling Stones. Thomas Dolby, who also did some of the music scores for this movie. I got Lou and Philip in the chat box. Chaz is in here. He said he's never saw this movie from start to finish. He's only seen pieces of it. But yeah, like I said, the movie and the comic book, some of the source material is still intact, but a lot of it was like kind of drastically changed just for movie purposes. You know how it is. Like I said, at the time, this was at a time when comic book movies were never taken seriously. Not like what they are now. You know what I mean?
God, look at that TV.
Oh shit! Yeah, this was the 80s, man. Yeah. And keep in mind also, right, this movie is a PG, right? So this movie is like meant to be family friendly, but some of the shit that happens in some of the scenes can be a little bit. You think, hang on a second, this is a PG. You get away with that back in the day? Yeah, they did back in the day, dude. But like I said, I didn't get to read the comic books until like a couple years. Well, when I was, I think in my late teens, when I started coming across them in my local comic store, because again, they were hard to get back then. Yes, there is their version of Playboy magazine, but with. So you get yourself.
Whoa! Hold on now. Wait a minute. Didn't you just say this is supposed to be a PG? Supposed to be a PG film?
Yeah, it's a PG. Yeah, you can look it up yourself if you don't believe me. And that's not the only.
Damn! Look at him titty.
That's not the only time you're gonna see it. Blink and you miss it. Hold on. Wait for it. Next room. See what I mean?
Wait, hold on.
Damn, look at him titty.
Yeah, really, dude. That was on a PG film.
Buddy. That is. Wait.
Showtime, folks!
Not the kind of showtime we're expecting. And if you look at the planet carefully, you can see it's just like the shape of an egg. If you look at it closely. That's a reference to.
Oh, look at him! Look at him! Effects, Jesus!
It was the 80s, dude. See what I mean? The planet looks like an egg. So that's how you can tell there's a difference. Even the fuck is going on here? Well, what happened is it's kind of explained later on, but in the comics, it's like he started off in his world, and then somehow he gets zapped into ours, and so that part's intact. I'm pretty sure I've heard that voiceover before. I think it was one of the guys in the Star Wars movies. But again, it is a George Lucas movie, so. But yeah, guys, like I said, this is like an 80s film, so there's going to be a lot of like, this is one of those like cheesy, so bad it's good movies. But like I said, this movie does have its cult following, you know what I'm saying? This was a big budget movie for Hollywood, for George Lucas at the time. But yeah.
Well, I mean, this is 80. This is 86. So
Yeah.
Star Wars films was still pretty popular at this point.
Yep. And he just crash landed in Cleveland, Ohio.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Don't nobody want to go to Cleveland, Ohio.
Unless it's Ohio versus everything. But anyway. Yes, it's the 80s, and we're going to have our cheesy impersonation of 80s punk rock back in the day. Like I said, this is a PG movie. You're seeing that? Okay. Oh, also, one of the band members, I think it's one of the guitarists from Foo Fighters, before he was in Foo Fighters, had a cameo in this movie. Uncredited, of course. Yeah,
bro, I ain't gonna lie. I thought that was Harold Ramis for a second.
Yeah, I thought it was too. And yes, Leah Thompson does sing her own songs in this film too. That's no voice work overwork. She really is singing the songs in this film. That's actually her singing. And she was actually pretty good. Yeah, I looked it up. She's actually a pretty good singer.
All right. Yeah, that's a Mrs. McFly in an alternate universe.
Yep. Like I said, I mean, I don't know what. This is your first time seeing us. I don't know what to expect for your reaction on this one, man. I figured, screw it, I'm going to pull the trigger on it. So here we are. Yeah, how'd you explain that? You're busy hanging out with your girl in the back alley. And you see this weird-looking oversized duck in a suit. You'd be trying to smash somebody's head off too. Satan's sluts. Satan's
sluts.
Yeah, if you remember that music video that Sum 41 did, there was a bit at the end of the music video. You see one of them actually wearing that jacket. Funny enough.
The sluts of Satan.
Uh-huh. '80s hair, but ow.
Oh, Jesus.
You slapped the fucking shit out of him.
That was a fucking dummy that threw in that barrel.
Yeah, obviously, man.
I mean, the effects doesn't look too bad.
Oh, the effects are pretty decent. I think, if I remember correctly, it was Industrial Light and Magic doing the effects for this, which I think was a George Lucas founded effects team, if I remember correctly one time.
You want to talk about someone who's very disliked in the. It's amazing how this man is so loved but yet so hated in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, I mean,
they hate his guts.
Yeah, because of those later movies. I mean, I'm not saying all the Star Wars recent movies were crap. I mean, some of the recent ones were not bad, but those prequel ones, the first prequel was. Second one was okay. I did like the third one though, that Revenge of the Sith. I thought that was cool. Then you had the later sequels. The first one that J.J. Abrams did, that was good.
What was the one that really pissed Star Wars fans off?
Oh, The Last Jedi. That's the one that came after
The Last Jedi. Yeah, that pissed a lot of people off.
that was directed by the guy that did Looper.
Apparently, they've completely. Yeah, they pretty much took. Hey, if you're a fan of the first three movies, fuck you.
Oh, what they did with Luke Skywalker, man, they did him dirty. They
I
did
heard
him
they did them
dirty.
very dirty.
Yeah, they did. I was pissed.
Turn him into a pussy.
Yeah, pretty much.
And they killed off Harrison Ford's character, and
Oh yeah, they killed him off on the Force Awakens. Yeah,
yeah, they
but he
said
wanted to
they
go.
completely disrespect. They said they completely disrespected the old fans.
Yep. Okay, that's the first time I've seen somebody with bloody dolls.
Getting beat up by a duck.
How do you explain that one to your friends?
Getting beat up by a duck.
Yeah,
Well,
how do you explain
I mean, yeah, with the Ninja Turtles, okay, that's different because at least the turtles are equal size, so I can believe that. But
Yeah.
the 4-foot duck.
Again, how do you explain that to your friends when you get your ass kicked by one?
Like, why is my life so strange? You know, first I kiss my son, now I'm meeting a duck.
That's crazy, right? She must have had a crazy 2 years in that time. Let's see what's going on in the chat a minute. Yes, Chaz. The next movie after this movie, they did do The Punisher, the one with Dolph Lundgren was in it. Yeah, that was the next one after that. But keep in mind, like I said, guys, this was at a time when Marvel movies or comic book movies in general were just never taken seriously by Hollywood. That all changed, though, when Blade came out. And X-Men. But when they did that Spider-Man movie, that was fucking it. And then when Iron Man showed up, well, we all know the story, James. You know how that went for the last 20 years when it comes to Marvel films. We lived it.
I mean, I really didn't. I mean, didn't really care.
No, because James, guys, I know James. James is a movie dude, and I know when it comes to Marvel films, I mean, some of them I think he might have watched, but I know for a fact that most of them he wasn't like too fond of. I mean, like at that time, we were getting Marvel movies left, right, and center. We were getting an oversaturation of it back in those last, like, especially the last like 10 years of it. You know what I mean? In my opinion, I think Marvel reached its zenith when Avengers Endgame came out. After that, some of the movies they've either been good or they've just been shite. You know what I mean?
Well, because like
oversaturation.
Well, it's not just it's oversaturation, but you also got to think about this. It's like you built up with Avengers Endgame, that took like what 15, 20 movies worth of build up to get to that point.
Yeah,
so you allow the audience, to become personally invested into the story and to, to be emotionally connected to the story and all that stuff. And you built up for 20 films. And then once you reach the peak with Endgame and there's a payoff to it and you end the story, now, believe it or not, you're going to have to start, and you keep on making movies, fans going to be like, but why? The story's done. Like, it's over.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you
that's
want
it.
people to be invested again, believe it or not, you're going to have to build another 15, 20 movies to get people to get invested again.
Exactly.
It's like with the Cody Rhodes Roman Reigns storyline. The reason why that people were so invested into that was because that was a story that took 5 years, 4 years to build up. With Roman Reigns and building up his empire, his villain arc, and then he looks like a world beater. He feels like the ultimate villain. Then you got someone in Cody Rhodes who, is, good, white meat, clean cut, baby face, all American baby face, which maybe to his detriment because, we live in a society where people don't like that. But all American baby face, and the crowd was behind him. There's a good story behind it. Like he wants to win it for his father. Like it was a perfect storm. And then once we got to WrestleMania 40, which was the Avengers Endgame of wrestling.
Exactly, it was, man.
And now we're at a point. WWE is in the exact same position Marvel's in right now, where fans are like, okay,
we need something different.
What next?
I mean, as far as I'm concerned right now, the Bloodline story for me ended after Reigns lost the title. I was watching back because I was late for the party when it comes to checking out the Bloodline, so I had to catch up when I eventually got the WWE Network at the time. And I watched back all that stuff, and I remember, folks, James will know this. I got very soured on wrestling for a couple of years, and that's because of Cena and Reigns being overpushed. But then I saw that Bloodline storyline, I was just like, yo, the storytelling on this
was fantastic.
Quality.
It was fantastic.
It was quality gold. So
But you see, but it took time, because like you had to establish Roman, you had to establish the Usos, and you established Sami Zayn, and that little layer, so for Marvel, for them to get back to where they were back around Endgame time, they have to start from scratch, to start from the beginning and build up again.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, of course they're going to make movies, obviously, because you got to, but the audience is nowhere near as invested as they used to be.
No, not anymore. It's the same thing with the Marvel films, man. It's like it's been a few years since I could say I was interested in seeing a Marvel movie. The last time I was interested in a Marvel movie after Endgame was I think it was that martial arts one. I forgot the name of it. Somebody help me out in the chat. You know the one I'm talking about. That was a good one. And Black Widow. That was it. For me, anyway. All these ones that's been coming out later on, like they have not grabbed me like they once did. So when I hear about this new Spider-Man movie coming out, and Punisher is going to be in it, John Barenfall's version of the Punisher, and it's going to be a PG-13. That's red flags for me, because the Punisher's an R-rated character, and you're going to put him in a PG-13 environment. It's like, I don't know if that's going to work, dude. I really don't believe it for 1 second.
So they're doing the same for the Punisher that they did to Wolverine.
Yeah, and look how they did that with Logan. That was actually really fucking good. I've got that recent Deadpool movie, which is him teaming up with Wolverine. I haven't got around to watching it yet, but everybody's been telling me, dude, you got to check it out, especially when you see Wesley Snipes turn his blade in there. They said that stole the fucking show. So I'm like, I need to watch it. It's sitting on my shelf right now. But anyway, yeah, back to the film. Howard, he's trying to figure out how the hell he's going to get back. A little hard to do, though, when you don't know how the hell you got there in the first place. Well, yeah, I know critics fucking shitted all over this movie, and I know the movie is flawed in a lot of ways. I know it is, but there is some bits to it where you're like, that's actually not as bad as they say it is. You know what I'm saying? In terms of how.
So far it's not bad.
Yeah.
Hasn't. I think it's ridiculous. A 4-foot dunk beat up grown men, but so far it hasn't offended me. And Liam Thompson. That's a condom.
Yeah, and like I said, this is a kids' movie, and we've got that. But you saw the name of the location, Marshington, which is instead of Washington. So it's kind of like a parallel of our world, but that's what their world was. You know what I mean? You saw a glimpse of that at the start of the movie for anyone who didn't catch that.
Yeah, but so far this movie hasn't offended me.
No, not yet. I mean, we know the acting's going to be cheesy, but hey, it's the 80s, you know, man?
I don't care about that. But
Yeah.
but it's just, it's just like,
Okay, say
yeah.
this is your first time watching this. What are you expecting from this, and what are you hoping don't piss you off in this? If this is your first time, because I'm sure you've been hearing about people. I'm sure you've heard people say to you, "Nah, man, don't watch this movie. Don't go there."
Well, so far I'm having a problem with the conflicting tones.
Yeah, that's another thing that critics have pointed out. There is a lot of inconsistency in the tone of this movie. But
It seems like it wants to be a child family friendly film, but then they want to add, like duck titties. It's like what are we doing here?
yeah, no, right? Again, I don't know.
You can go that fine line. Oh, there's Tim Robbins.
Yeah, like I said, this was a few years before he was in Shawshank Redemption, and I think this was
A
only
few years. It was a whole decade.
1986, and Shawshank came out in 93, if I'm correct. It's about 7 8
93?
years. Yeah, Shawshank Redemption came out in 93. Yeah,
93.
yeah. I remember because I remember my mum going to see it in the cinema back then.
Oh, for some reason I thought it was 97. Okay.
No, it was definitely 93 because I remember it being
Great.
all over the goddamn news.
It's a great film.
Oh yeah,
Fantastic film.
classic, and it's funny too because the guy who directed that movie went on to create The Walking Dead, the series that is. Yes, the acting is very. I think this was only his like second or third movie at the time when he did this. If I'm correct, I'll have to look at his credits later. But after this movie, he did go on to have a pretty solid acting career with some of the movies he was in, like the one we just mentioned earlier. You know, but this was before he got to that point. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's got more. Well, he's got more than just Shawshank Redemption.
Yes, that was just one of the films that I'm aware of that he was in.
Jacob's Ladder.
Yes, Jacob's Ladder.
Mystic River, which is a great film.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I have never seen that Jacob's Ladder movie yet.
Oh,
I've seen
great
bits of
movie.
it on TV, and I know that movie wasn't some of the stuff in that movie inspired a character called Pyramid Head in the Silent Hill 2 video game. So I'm aware of that part. Oh man,
Did a movie where me and Quez did a movie he did with Martin Lawrence called Nothing to Lose, which is a very underrated comedy.
Yeah, that's another good one too. He was also in that other movie, which they technically was a spin-off to Jumanji. I forgot the name of it. It starts with a Z word. I'm trying to remember. It was that one. I remember that. And I know he had a small part in the Steven Spielberg version of War of the Worlds. Better than that last one that just came out recently. We'll believe it at that.
It's one of the funniest movie of the year.
Yeah.
No, I'm not kidding. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, guys, for folks who's just tuning in, do not adjust your set. Yes, I'm wearing a carnival costume, and we're watching Howard the Duck, which, if you guys have read into it, you know. But if you guys have seen it for the first time, come to your own conclusions when you see it. I'm just seeing EJ's in the chat box. Yeah, Godfrey said he talked to Stan Lee, and Stan said himself, without Wesley Snipes, Marvel would have been dead. Yeah, you're damn right. I mean, think about it. If that Blade movie never happens, we wouldn't even have the Marvel films. So you're right about that one, EJ.
Yeah, put some respect on Wesley Snipes' name.
Exactly. The first movie was cool, but I think me and James is going to agree on this one. Part 2 was the fucking best one of the bunch.
Yeah, it is, because it is.
Yeah, Guillermo del Toro directing it as well. Where can you go wrong there? Oh my god, we're seeing that, but instead of a caveman, it's a cave duck. I know. I know. Jesus.
The fuck?
What? Got him with a
A cave duck?
yeah.
That's hilarious.
Are you at the bit where that dude with the bear things over there? I might be ahead of you. Oh no, I can hear you. You're saying you're a scientist or you're a janitor. And he just said, "Hey, I'm a lab assistant." Yeah, he's a lab assistant. And as Howard put it, his definition for us, we're just hairless apes. He's right about that. Again, like it's trying to be a family film, but you could see some of the non-family humor kind of coming out of this movie.
Yeah, people are being a little over dramatic. I mean, it's like they've never seen a duck before.
Well, they've seen ducks before, but nothing like this one. Come on now, guys. Oh, I don't know if you knew this, but originally, Robin Williams was going to do the voice of Howard, but he opted out because he got pissed off with trying to sync his voice with the animatronic of the head for that duck. So that's why he skipped out. And I don't know if you knew this also, but two of the Universal heads that were at the test screening of this movie, we're trying to find someone to blame about who the fuck greenlit this movie, and it got to the point where those two people ended up in a fist fight.
Interesting.
I was like, damn, really? This movie caused that kind of reaction with the higher ups? Holy shit! But again, like, I ain't seen this for a while, but I mean, like I said, this movie's not perfect, but I think maybe some of the harsh criticisms this movie had may be a little bit unwarranted, but whatever, that's just me. Because I'm one of those few, I guess you could say, that was like, you know what? I know the movie's not that good with a lot of people, but I'll take it for what it is. Plus, I'm usually a sucker for those type of cheesy films. You know me. Well, anyway, he's lost the only contact he had right now, and now he's got to figure out how to keep himself alive, and that means looking for a job.
Now, why was he sucked through this other dimension?
Well, all will be explained later on in this movie, but if you want me to go into a spoiler of the comic, I think it was due to some lab situation that happened in our world, and I think something malfunctioned on their end, and somehow the coordinates landed on his living room.
Oh, that's Uncle Phil's mama on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I thought I recognized her.
Yeah.
I said there's quite a few names in this movie that were just starting off, or
I ain't gonna say she a name. I'm just saying she was Uncle Phil's mama.
I know, but I'm just saying there's some of the other people that were involved in this film. Like, Tim Robinson's is one example, like we were pointing out. Again, like, this is supposed to be a kid's film, and what's coming up next makes you wonder, especially what job he ends up getting.
Yeah, sexually harassed, about to sexually assault a woman.
Bite her ass. And now, where the hell is he working now? Hot Tub Fever.
Saw some side boob there.
You see what I mean? We got away with a shitload back. As I said,
what is this? Where is he working at?
It says on the back of his shirt, Hot Tub Fever. So I'm guessing it's some kind of hot tub porn joint, maybe? I don't know. Place for people to hang out? Nothing's ever truly explained in this film, I will say that. Oh, there's another thing I forgot to mention, and this is also true in the comics. Don't throw this duck in water because he can't swim. Guys, this is a PG and we've got this there? Just saying.
Damn, that's funny.
I know, right?
Yeah, this is very suggestive
I
content here.
know. I know. Oh, what is that? Some shit pit? Well, guess that was out.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of that would not
You
fly today.
you would even get it as a PG-13. You'd be lucky if you even get it for that.
Yeah, like a whole PG film, and you see side boob and duck titties, and it's
Yeah,
like, yeah,
I know,
yeah.
right?
This would not fly at all.
Like I said, this was a very different time back then, folks.
I mean, even though kids today are watching worse stuff on their tablets and computers, but
Yeah, like Ted, South Park, other stuff too. Family Guy. I was thinking if Marvel ever did try to do another movie attempt at this, or even as a TV show, I think the person that would probably be ideal to bring that comic book to life would probably be the guy who did Family Guy. I reckon he's the only one that could pull it off. Because you could get away with an R-rated version because the comic book is kind of similar to that. Yeah, duck hunting.
duckaroni.
Blow fifth. He thought that was a gun, but that's just a fucking car backfiring. Yep, not the kind of world he's want to stick around in, especially if they want to hunt ducks like him. Well, maybe not like him, but still, he's part of that same species, technically. Oh, he's right back where he started.
The effect on the duck doesn't look bad. Hasn't looked bad all movie. It looks believable. I buy it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. One of our band's called Cherry Bomb. Not bad.
Yeah, Leah Thompson she was a good looking woman.
Yes, she was, dude.
She was very good looking, despite the fact that she made out with her son.
Yeah. Ah, shit. One of my rhinestones came off on me fucking close. I can never seem to get these ones to stick, man. Look at that. They came off again. So I got some more glue. I got like a couple thousand more spare rhinestones. You always take them with me just in case something like that happens when you're doing things like I do. How far into this movie are we in now? Let me check. Hang on. We are 33 minutes into this movie. And we still got. This movie's like 10 minutes shy of 2 hours. Also, I got to point this out too, right? In the UK, this movie was censored. They had about 49 seconds taken out of it. But they
49
eventually,
seconds.
yeah, including one scene where they kind of switched it around a little bit. I'll tell you that when we get there. But yeah, eventually they did re-release this on DVD in 2008, and it was the full uncut version. And then they ended up releasing it on Blu-ray a couple years later, and there's like a 2-disc special edition. I have a copy of that. And then Universal released it on 4K, which is what I'm watching this on right now. And I can tell you now, the picture quality is pretty fucking top notch. It's like a new movie with how they remastered it and everything. Again, how do you explain that you got a duck with an attitude telling you that you want the girl's money. That's the guy. That's Leah Thompson's manager, by the way, the one that's not giving her money for her performances. Duck smoking a cigar. How do you explain that one?
Is this gonna be easy? Or is this gonna be trouble? Hey, Richie, go away. I'm not up with all my boys.
I think this guy here, by the way, the guy that he just breathed smoke on, I think he's a film director now. I've seen him before, but
I mean, even for a kids film, having the hero smoking, even that in itself is edgy.
yeah,
Especially back then.
half of the shit you see right now, you can't do that no more. Well, way to go! You just gone and pissed him off. He doesn't care. He doesn't care how big you are. He fucking kick your ass, and you know how it is. Ooh. Left hook.
Hit him with a sock. Look at him with a sock.
Yeah, then he punched him in the face, and he just stuck a ball in somebody's head.
Look, in reality,
he ain't winning that fight. I know.
In reality, they would have kicked his little ass.
I know. Again, a bit suggestive for a PG in it. He's fixing to stab a dude. Just saying.
You're no longer their manager. Listen, everybody in here is a witness. I'm letting the girls out of their contract, okay? Tell your girls to stay back. I'm warning you. I wipe your face. You're a dead man, Ginger. You're talking about space rabies.
Space rabies?
Space rabies.
Well, I don't know. Would that be somewhat plausible for him? I don't know. Well, they have no idea that, well, she has no idea that Howard was there helping her out.
We don't have a. Yeah, women don't look like this now anymore.
Nope.
Not at all.
That's a straight up punk rock chick right there, dude. I mean, you still see them now at some of the gigs I go to, but
they don't look like this.
Some of them do, but not all of them. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of Lita Ford in there with the way they look. So another rock metal chick for anyone who doesn't know. By the way, if I remember correctly, the guy who's doing the voice of this character now, he was in I haven't seen him in a lot of movies. He's done a lot of stage stuff. But I remember one of the other movies he was in. He was on that hijack movie, United 93. He was one of the passengers in that film. Well, yeah, like I said, I'm looking at some of the reviews for this. One of the issues that this movie.
The Robbins kind of he's kind of annoying me, but go ahead.
I know, right? That's one of the other things about this in the review. They did say that this character was an absolute pain in the ass, and it's not hard to see why, you know.
Tim Robbins, he can do comedy, but yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, this was one of his like earlier films back at the time. But yeah, one of the issues with the movie was him for some critics. But it's like I don't think the critics should have been this harsh about it. I mean, like I said, the film it's not perfect, but it has its moments, you know.
Oh yeah. By the way, I forgot. I had a little talk with your manager, Ginger. You talked to that slime?
or at least he got the money for her that was overdue for her. You know what I mean? If anybody's wondering why am I always checking my mask, because it's paper mache, and when you're on it too long, it gets very squishy in here. You don't want to fuck it up. That's the problem with what I do, man. Is that when you're wearing these type of costumes for so long, for a bunch of hours, right? You got to be careful. That's why you don't speak an awful lot in these masks, because your breath will cause the paper mache in the mask to get very squishy. So when you take it off, you got to be real careful, because if you take it off too harshly or whatever, you'll fuck it up. You know what I mean? And also, you got to worry about the paint.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. But this is what I do, man. Oh yeah, he's got that. Oh god, I remember those bloody keyboard synthesizer equipments back in the day. Nowadays, it's all like more compact and more digital, but those ones are just a fucking nightmare to get around in the room. You know what I mean? I know. And you remember, you know, you were talking about what she almost did in Back to the Future.
Wait, what do
Well,
you mean?
well, she almost dated Marty McFly in the film, didn't she?
Oh, that's shit. Almost did more than just date.
Yeah.
It was more than just date. Like,
Yeah, I know, right? Well, this next scene coming up, folks, this is where
wait, hang on. Wait. Problem.
you want me to pause it? All right, hang on, I'll pause it. I'm at the part where she's just got on the bed. We are about 42 minutes, 13 seconds in.
Wait, show the bed. Wait, hang on.
She's literally just getting on the bed, and I'm seeing her cute butt.
Yeah, like literally, like my shit just. Oh, come on, don't do this to me.
Oh, man, now's not the time, man. Tech issues, folks. Don't you just... if it ain't rhinestones coming off my gloves, it's technology letting us down, and you know how it is, folks. It is what it is. But while we wait for James to fix his shit, for anyone who's just logged in, we are watching Howard the Duck. Yes, guys. And people's wondering, who the fuck is that guy with a weird looking face? This is just me showing off my new costume. If you want to see the costume in full, you can check it on the replay when this live stream's over. For anybody in the chat box, how you guys doing so far? I mean, are you guys watching this movie as well, or you got some stuff you want to ask? Feel free, whether it's movie related, video game related, costume related, fire away. I just gotta check my mask, and I gotta see if the paint's not coming off.
Fuck. Wait, no. Okay.
When you did that, I was beginning to worry. The fuck was that? You outside of traffic or something?
What?
I just heard some car blazing by on my earpiece. Was that you?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, I thought you were playing Carmageddon in the car then. GTA?
Okay. Just gotta give it a second.
Okay.
Come on, man.
I'm just gonna see if there's anybody talking in the chat.
Right, he's playing with the keyboard.
Let me know when she's about to climb in the bed, and then I'll hit play. Because I'm at 42-13.
He's dancing.
Yeah. I know she's
Yeah, he's dancing, and Lisa's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
She's watching him dance.
Yep. With that tail feather, they've got a trim.
Yeah. The shake tail feather thing. Yeah, that. Oh, yeah. Fuck. Okay. No, it's back on. It's back on.
Oh, don't, dude! You're about to give me a heart attack, then.
Oh God! Ooh, shit!
She's showing her ass.
No. I just saw her walking, and she's the lingerie she's wearing.
Let me know when she's in that bed.
Yeah, she's a little flat chested, but that's all right.
She was like, you know.
She's on the bed. She's on the bed.
Okay, playing now.
She's on. Yeah, she is on
Woo-hoo!
that bed.
I know, right? And like I said, guys, this is a PG, right?
Don't invite me into your bed looking like that. I'm gonna watch David Letterman. Shit. We ain't watching it. I'm putting you through this bed.
Well, you're not gonna believe what.
That's right, Howard. You shoot your shot, Howard.
Yeah, he's gonna
shoot your shot.
He's gonna.
I mean, logistically, I don't know how that's gonna work, but
it should work, dude. And furthermore, guys, this is a fucking PG.
Wait.
What do you mean? Okay. It was a joke.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro, Paul, I'm telling you right now, man, you wouldn't hear from me for the rest of the night. You wouldn't hear from me for the rest of the night.
Well, you ain't seen Leah Thompson trying to...
Paul, there ain't gonna be no podcast tonight, bro.
Guys, I think James is upset about what Leah Thompson might be doing here.
Oh, she's leading him on, ain't she?
Is she?
She's leading him on, ain't she? She's fucking with him.
Fucking with him?
She better not be.
Figuratively or literally when you said that? James is very fucking quiet right now. It almost happened.
Damn, she looking good.
I know, right? Well, there's Tim Robinson. I don't know who that guy in the middle is, but we all know who that is.
Howard. Howard ain't that. He ain't that dude. Man. Listen, look, she was throwing it at him, bro. He didn't know how to read. He didn't know how to act.
He didn't know what to do.
He didn't know what to do. Like most dudes, man. Like they claim I get all the women, I get all the ass, but then we actually see them, like they don't know how to talk to women.
But then again, to be fair, he is a duck.
I'm taking my chances.
Even if you were a duck?
I'm taking my chances, man. Leah Thompson, is Paul, don't play with me.
Okay. All right.
I'm going for it. I'll try to make it work.
You heard that, folks. Whether James is a human or a duck, he's going for it.
Shit, I'm going for it, man.
I can't believe we're having this fucking conversation about this.
Don't play with me. Do not play with me.
Fucking players, not me.
Leah Thompson is fine as fuck, bro.
I know she is. I mean, this is her like smoking hot Leah Thompson back then. I mean, she's like, what? How old is she now?
That piece of
Yeah, I know,
shit.
I know.
Look, man.
That's-
Listen. Look. It's not the fact, bro, that it's not a matter of he's just a bad actor. He's actually a fine actor.
Yeah, he was a good actor. That's
But
the
the
thing.
shit that he was caught with, bro, and
He pissed it all away because
it's unforgivable. It's complete. I don't care if he's rehabilitated, and the fact that the man, and the fact he never went to jail. Did he go to jail?
He got hit with some kind of minor jail term because he failed to register himself as a type list. I can't say it because I don't want us getting caught on YouTube, but you know what I mean. But yeah, he got busted for it.
Yeah, when it comes to kids, man, like that shit's it's forever unforgivable for me. Forever unforgivable.
Yeah, fuck Jeffrey Jones, fuck Brian Peck, and fuck any other motherfucker that does that shit. That's all I'm gonna say. That's what sucks, man. Because like you said, he was a fucking quality actor who's been in a couple of good movies like this. Well, maybe not this one, but that biopic that Johnny Depp was in called Ed Wood. He had a small part in that, and of course he was in Devil's Advocate, Beetlejuice, Ravenous. Have you ever seen that one? And then not to know that TV series Deadwood, and then he fucks it all up because he couldn't keep his in his pants for certain things. But anyway, enough of that piece of shit. Let's talk about this movie. Let's get back on track here. So now, for the characters, what's going on here right now is that those scientists, you saw that little video clip of that big, massive, whatever the fuck that space cannon thing was in that lab?
Girl, don't put your finger in my face.
Well,
I would have tried, Paul. I would try. Yo, just give me a second. Yo, just give me a second. let me try to figure it out before y'all take me away.
I can't say it. I can't say it.
I would fuck the shit out of me. Okay, I'll stop. I'm putting man. We going through we ain't just going through the match. We're going through the floor. You got me fucked up.
We're going through this movie is putting you through the fucking ringer, isn't it?
Bro. Look, I was nice. I was nice on Back to the Future to Leah Thompson. But I thought she was looking right there with her lingerie, bro. I'm just like, man, we ain't nice no more.
No, we ain't. But yeah, you see that massive cannon thing? That's what brought him here.
Ah, okay.
So they figured, okay, we're going to try and use this to send him back home. In theory, that should be the plan, but as you can hear, the alarm's gone off, which means something's gone fucking wrong again. Where have I seen that guy before? And yet you still tamper with the universe. That's the thing about scientists. They say, hey, we got no right to tamper with this, and yet they still fucking do it, don't they? Like I said, for a movie that didn't do well with critics, and the money was pretty stretched out pretty good in terms of the set designs and everything, wasn't it? So, yeah. Yeah, I'm not fucking with that thing. He reactivated the laser. Is your mic still on, dude?
What's that?
Oh, I just thought your mic was off, that's all.
No, I'm still here.
Well, it's just me making sure everything's going good.
Is that it? That's unbelievable.
I'm gonna say this right now. When this movie's over, I'm taking my mask off. I'm gonna have to cut the camera after this because this is. Because do you want to know what the temperature is where I am right now?
What's that?
The temperature right now is 26 degrees. And it's like 10 o'clock at night.
That's a near 2 hour movie. God damn. They don't gonna be that
Yeah.
long.
Yeah, like I said, this movie was like 10 hours shy of being 2 hours. And keep in mind also, if I remember correctly, I think this was actually one of the first Marvel films to actually get a big screen treatment at the time. So this technically was the first. Sounds like I'm ahead again. I'm just going to pause it. Let me know when he just comes out from behind the desk.
Yeah, he just said, I got rights.
I'm suing. Well, they think he's wearing a duck suit.
This man handled him.
Yeah. Not my shorts! No, he's not wearing a duck suit, man. That's a real one. That don't look right.
That does not look right at all.
No, it does not. Jeez. Illegal alien? Okay, I'll leave it there. Duck with a cigar. How do you explain a duck with a cigar, man? Well, they got to try and figure out a way to like get that thing working again so they can zap him back home. But you're gonna have to deal with cops and everything now.
I'll say this, Paul.
Yo,
The only thing. Can you guess what the only thing I enjoy about this movie right now?
Leah Thompson.
Bingo.
There you go. Well, like I said, I mean, like I was for a while wondering when was I going to pull the trigger on playing this episode, and then when you did Back to the Future, I thought, okay, now's a good time.
Oh Jesus!
I was just waiting for that moment. You know what I mean?
They couldn't see them behind under them steps. That's
How
funny.
can you not see? Yeah, like I said, oh man. Let's see if there's any movie trivia for me to dig up on this. I didn't even know how to look at it yet. It's hard to get the mouse pad on my laptop to function, especially when you're wearing velvet gloves, you know. Yeah, apparently Leah Thompson's designed her character's look after Cyndi Lauper and Madonna. Can you see the similarities there?
I could tell.
Yeah. And apparently this was the second box office bomb for Willard Hayek. They had that other one he did 2 years before this called Best Defense, which didn't do very well.
Best Defense. He did Best Defense.
Yeah, the guy who directed this movie did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after this movie, shit bombing the way it did, he never made another movie again after that.
As you shouldn't.
And think about this too. Him and his wife Gloria Katz were the screenplay writers for Temple of Doom.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. Apparently, though, his missus passed away a few years ago, unfortunately.
Yeah, man. If you're a director, you have two bombs, man. It's gonna be pretty difficult to find for other movie studios to want to work with you.
Exactly. And at that
It'll be
and
very difficult.
at that time period, next to impossible.
Well, even now, like if you have a bomb,
Yeah.
like they're not gonna want to work with you.
Exactly. Oh, and you made this may come as a surprise, but George Lucas originally wanted John Landis to direct this movie. But
I could see that. I could see
but after,
that.
but after reading the script, he turned it down because there's a certain scene in this movie that he felt similar to Blues Brothers. So that's why he didn't do it.
Please tell me he dies.
With him?
This Jerry John. I don't care. Tell me he dies.
Sorry, dude. You know I'm not going to give that spoiler out. I'd love to, but I can't. For anyone who's not seen it yet.
He better die.
But if you're wondering what the hell's going on with him right now in this scene, let's just
What's
say.
wrong with him?
Well, you remember that lab? He was in charge of that lab thing. Apparently, if you listen to what he's saying, there's something inside him.
It's a xenomorph.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? Well, unfortunately, it's not a xenomorph, but he's got something. Oh yeah, speaking of xenomorphs, did you check out Alien Earth yet?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I've only done 2 episodes so far. I don't know if I'll tell you one of the scenes, so I don't want to spoil it, but I'll just say there's a scene in the film, and let's just say some of the characters on there look a little like me. I'll leave it at that. But I will say this though. Apparently they've been attracting the TV series has actually attracted a bunch of Metal Hammer magazines because apparently some of the soundtrack they're using metal bands that I listen to in the soundtrack. They have fucking Ronnie James Dio's version of Black Sabbath Mob Rules playing at one point. I was like, oh damn. So kind of won me over with the soundtrack. But anyway, back to the movie. No, yeah.
It's not. I mean, it's not. It's not that bad.
That's what I mean. Like, it's not as bad as what critics have been saying about it. I mean, yeah. I mean, like I said, the movie. I know the movie.
It's not great. It's not great at all. But it's not bad.
It's one of those. Would you class it under the bad? It's good category. Some would.
I don't know. I don't know if I would say if it's bad, it's good. Like I said, I just like looking at Leah Thompson.
I know. That's the one thing that's been keeping you going with this movie. Her.
It's literally the only thing.
Yeah. But like she said, like I remember on one of the documentaries, which is on the Blu-ray, that she did say that despite the issues this movie had, she did enjoy being in this movie.
Oh yeah, she's doing the best she can.
Yeah. And like I said, a while back, she actually did pen a script and pitched to Marvel the idea of her directing a revamped movie of this character. She was
wait a minute. Wait. Now that I think about it, I just thought about. Wait. Somebody just texted me.
What?
So James, so pretty much you're saying you condone bestiality in this movie. I didn't think about that.
I was waiting for someone to say. I
didn't even think about that. Oh shit!
I was waiting for someone to say something about that.
I didn't even. Oh man, yeah. I didn't even.
I was waiting.
Yeah.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah, this is a kids movie, but hey, you can fuck ducks.
It's a PG film, and look at some of the stuff we've seen in this. It's crazy. So you're wondering what the hell is going on with him? We're about to find out.
Yeah, she's trying. She actually, I'll give her that. She's not phoning it in.
No, she's putting, the sign of a professional actress. You got to give it your all.
It's crazy how you have the biggest hit and the biggest flop in the same year. That is wild.
And not many people can recover from that. But,
Like that is crazy.
I know.
I hate this guy.
I know.
I
know.
I hate him. I hate him.
And we got a very good reason to hate him. And it's very understandable. That's one of the things for me that kind of sours this movie experience for me. Because like I said, I watched this movie as a kid. Yeah, giving him eggs, that's a bad idea. But as I was saying, as a kid, I enjoyed this film. To some extent, I still do. But knowing what I know about some of the cast members doing the shit that they've done, it kind of sours it for me, I might be ahead. Let me know when he tells her to get rid of the eggs.
Get out of here.
All right. Psychic boomerang. Yeah, I heard that. I've synced up with you perfect.
Hey, the waitress was kind of cute in a nerdy way.
Yeah, she was.
Die!
Ain't gonna happen just yet, dude. Now you heard what he said. What he is. He's basically he's being possessed by some dark alien entity called Dark Overlords of the Universe, which is actually another piece of lore to the comic book series of this character. That's one of the things he had to deal with. Again, for an 80s movie, the effects ain't too bad. And you can see he's changing a little bit again. Well, here comes the local rednecks or duck hunters. I don't know what they would fall under with these ones. They were like hunters to me, 80s versions. Okay. Oh, you shouldn't have taken that. You really shouldn't have taken that cold key thing. Again, how can you find it believable? You got a duck that's actually out fighting some of these people. It's so far fetched, isn't it? I know. Your mic's off, by the way, James. I think you might be busy doing something here, guys. Well, while I wait for his mic to unmute, as you can see, folks, Howard's causing a bit of a ruckus in the diner, and those other guys took that code key, which he needs to have back. Ooh. He's upset because he took the eggs. Oh, okay, fine. I don't think he's going to help you, man. I know that kid's wearing an Empire Strikes Back t-shirt, so that's definitely a nod to the Star Wars movie. I mean, after all, George Lucas did produce this film. She didn't just say that. Yeah, like you heard that reaction. Well, technically, I guess you could say she is. But how do you? Never mind. Well, it looks like they're about to cook a duck. Chop them up and season them, I guess. You put a salad in his mouth?
Because he's one of the dark overlords of the universe, and he can destroy you and the earth, everything.
They don't buy it for 1 second, and I don't blame them. Oh shit! More rhinestone just came off my glove. Damn it! Oh well, now he's a little pissed off. Well, now we're seeing a little bit of what the hell's possessed him. Starting to go to work. Hey James, you still there? Is your mic off, or is something going on? I know you're on mute still. Well, he definitely wants that code key, so Whoops. We got a flying meat cleaver going around. Oh, that's never good. That is never good. And oh shit! You know how close that was? He almost had his nuts chopped in half.
Sorry about that. I just want to randomly say to hell with John Moxley.
Oh no! What happened?
No, I just don't like him.
Oh, fair enough. Well, as you see, that whatever's possessing him, he's now like wrecking shop, and I don't know if you caught it, but Howard almost had his nuts chopped in half with a flying meat cleaver. They're all getting out, and I don't blame them.
It's just that I think my biggest problem with this movie is that is that if you're gonna you can't have its cake and eat it too. Like you can't be like a kid's film, but then like be a kid's film also be edgy at the same time. Like you can play that fine line, but there's certain moments where they go all the way one way and then they go all the way another way. But
it's like this movie
still want to be in the middle. Like, nah, bro, you gotta pick a side.
It's like this movie has a lot of confliction of what it wants to do. Would that be like a fair thing to say?
With the music that plays, it feels like a kid's film, and then all of a sudden you got Leah Thompson, wanting to have sex with a duck. Like you can't. No, bro, you can't have to take it easy too. You just can't.
That is a hard one to explain, isn't it? I know. Ow. Like I said, there are bits in this movie where I'm just like, hey, that's not too bad, but it's that inconsistent tone that this movie is just plagued with from start to finish. But
damn.
Well, that's gonna hurt. He's out.
Filthy scumbucket.
Well, at least you got that part right about him.
I ain't gonna lie. If I was a supervillain, that'd be me too. You pretty woman, you coming with me?
It's like, you're mine now. You're mine.
With her consent, of course.
Yes, that too.
This Jimmy Johnson talking about here.
Yep. Now he's going all Terminator with a damn Mack truck. Mm-hmm. Well, you know where he's heading to. He's heading back to that lab. Gotta get there before he does. Now, this is a scene I was talking about. That this is another scene that got taken out of the UK version. What they put on this one is different, but they never censored it on the US version. I didn't see this version until they released the uncut version a couple years back. But you remember what I said? What happens if you don't press play? You're about to find out what I'm talking about.
Oh, what are you about to do?
Well, I remember I said if you don't press play, you're going to see something.
I don't know what you're saying, but what?
Just wait, what you see. Yes, you know he needs to charge himself up because he used too much of his powers, right? This is the scene that got cut out. They changed it, so it just had her being tossed to the side. This was not on the UK version that's coming up. This.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Again, the effects are great in this film, but
Yeah. That would definitely probably give some kids some nightmares.
right? But like I said, guys, kids' movies back in the day, we could get away with so much back then. I mean, remember Never-Ending Story with that horse? When it's sinking in that swamp? You can't do that now. What I had growing up, dude, you can't do no more. Well, we're near the third act of the movie right now, folks. We're like, what? Hang on. We are an hour and 13 minutes in. So we got about 47 minutes to go. How did the cops not realize he was standing there?
I was gonna leave it alone.
Sorry, it's me, my eyes again.
I was gonna leave it alone.
I know, but somebody had to say something. The damn door was already open. Oh my god. Could have just forget it. Forget it. I've seen that diner before. That was in a horror movie. Something called Horror Diner, I think it was called.
Horror Diner.
Yeah, an old 80s horror comedy. I've got it here somewhere.
Sounds terrible.
It technically is, yeah, but it's another one of those cult classics I know of. Nice camera shot there with that truck coming in. Oh, he's just found himself a way to charge up.
I was about to say, how could she sleep?
I wouldn't be sleeping.
How could you sleep with that freak drop?
He just drove for a damn front gate. Where's the fucking security? Well, yeah, this is the we got a chase scene coming up. This is the This is one of the reasons why John Landis turned it down, because he said the chase scene was a little too similar to the cop chase scene with Blues Brothers in some aspect. You know what I mean? What do you call those plane things again? I've seen them around. Again, it's the inconsistent tone of this movie again. It's like, I don't want to completely hate the film because it's still fun to watch for me. Anybody else would probably be like, most people kind of go what they heard what critics say, and that's why most people have that, like, I always say, like, when it comes to movies like these, I would just say watch it for yourself and then come to your own conclusions about it. I say that with any movie, really. So they're hoping to get to that science lab before he does. Good luck. That's a stunt double flying that plane. I can see that plane this fucking day. And that one. And there's one, listen, dude, there's one scene with that plane. When you look at the stunt double of Howard flying, you could tell.
Hold on, wait.
We'll get there.
Oh, that was a nice shot for legs. What was you saying?
I forgot. It's about the stunt scene with that plane. You'll see when I get to it. Damn. A million kilowatts. That's a Back to the Future.
21 kilowatts.
I was about to point that out. That was a Back to the Future reference, wasn't it? But in their own little way.
1.21 gigawatts. Great Scott.
Great Scott, man.
What the hell is a gigawatt?
I wish I knew. Well, he's about to nuclear charge himself. Dude's stepping into a motherfucking reactor, dude. I mean, what more can I say? But here's where I find a little bit of a continuity error. If you're stepping into a fucking nuclear reactor, you're going to be highly radioactive. So I wouldn't be sitting in the truck with that person, right?
Yeah, this is true.
And yet he's going to be in the truck with her. Oh, shit. Yeah, that no comment. Well, just think, you never flew before until now. Yeah, you see what I mean by this chase scene? It's kind of similar to Blues Brothers a little bit. That's why John Landis didn't do it.
Yeah, there's definitely some similarities for sure.
Yeah. Damn. North American Van Lines. Is that company even still around? Duck Hunter sign. Ohio Duck Hunter. Okay. Okay. Oh, come on. This is now they're ripping off the chase scene. I can tell a little bit. Although that one was in Chicago though, wasn't it? That Blues Brothers film. Yeah, you got your typical police car falling into some pool. We've seen that a dozen times in films. Oh, it looks like he's about to get some payback on duck hunters.
Oh shit!
Oh god, I just heard that Wilhelm scream again. You know that scream you keep hearing in films?
Yeah.
Oh! It's either that or you got that Howie scream. You know that one that's like that one when you first heard on that Broken Arrow film. Yep.
Oh damn!
Holy shit.
He was in a big ass truck. Oh there you go. Okay.
Let me know what he says about the license. I think I'm ahead again.
I want to see your license, Jack.
He shouldn't have called him that. Oh shit! Don't forget, he's radioactive. He's radioactive now.
Oh my god!
They're not bad, even for an 80s film. I will say that. How did that not shoot his face off? Yeah, you might want to like go. Okay, that was a lot of car explosions there, eh? Smog inspection. Yeah, okay, whatever. What happened? They just shut your fuel line.
Jesus.
I know. Oh, by the way, here's that bit I was telling you about with the stunt double. You'll definitely notice a difference with a dude flying a plane. It's meant to be a sport, short duck, yeah? Well, look at the size of the person that's flying the plane in a minute. Look at the size of that one.
Oh my god!
How can you not notice that?
That is crazy.
Oh my god, that has got to be the biggest in-continuity fuck-up you could ever see for a stunt double, man. That's not a bad stunt double, especially with the guy that's trying to hang on. Dude's hanging upside down too as well when he did that stunt? Okay. Oh my god, how could you not notice the size of that dude flying the fucking plane? That ain't good, man. Well, it looks like they made it.
I do not like Tim Robbins in this movie.
No, like I said, this is one of his earlier films. Like I said, this is probably his.
Yeah, I don't like him in this.
No, his character is very fucking annoying, isn't he? He just comes across as a pain in the ass, doesn't he? Duck terrorist? Okay.
Yeah, he's a lot better. He's a lot better at Nothing to Lose. He's a lot better at Nothing to Lose.
I agree.
Oh, he's on the stunt double!
Jesus.
Damn.
They had to time that stunt right, otherwise that would have been a dead guy.
Man, they barely made it.
I know. That's not Ohio. That looks like somewhere in California right now. Silicon Valley, maybe? Well, that's never good. Never heard of a duck that couldn't swim. Well, now we do know. Shit. All right, we're in the third act of the movie, folks.
No duck is an island. And if they sent me here to save her, then the duck is ready to fight.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know. That's a very cheesy monologue, I know. I wonder how much I can say the budget was like $37 million. I'm guessing a good chunk of the budget went towards building this set and the effects, of course.
Carter showed me something here once that might do it. You'll never get away with this.
You'll never get away with this.
And all you get from him is, yeah! like that's going to do anything. Oh, God, now he's trying to cop a feel.
That's creepy.
Right?
No, you get what I mean by I say that, all right?
Yeah, I kind of get it.
Okay, yeah, Jeremy Johns, copping a feel, like,
Yeah.
There it is.
That's a big ass laser gun, isn't it? He's going to try and send another one down, but this time to possess her. Is that what he's trying to do here?
So what's his plan again?
To bring more like him down. The alien, that's inside of him.
Oh, okay.
It needs a human host. His plan is he wants to take over this world. That's their planet, Nexus of Summoners. So that's another reference to the comic book. If anyone doesn't know.
I'm about to say, if you can't break that with a sledgehammer, bro.
I would have got that in about 2 or 3 hits. But if you aim it right, you can probably nail it in 1 if you got enough swing force into it. The fuck's that sticking out of his back? Did you see that shit? Again, like I said, one of the good things I can say about this movie for its time, the effects were pretty good. They don't hold out in today's day and age, but back then...
No, hell no, it doesn't.
No, but back then, you could say it was not too bad. I mean, it is ILM doing the effects, for Christ's sake. This was before they started dabbling with CGI, which they started doing with The Abyss. And then it really popped off from Terminator 2. Oh, you shouldn't have hit that ignition button, idiot. Idiot. You shut up. Fuck you. That's what I'd have said. All right, I guess we're in the third act.
I guess.
Let's see how this one plays out for you. Just hit that ignition button that you pressed earlier. Yeah, see that shit sticking out of his back then? Uh-oh. Mm-hmm.
Please die. Please die. Please die.
I know, dude. I know.
You saved my life. Are you alright? It's still won't start.
Really? 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 All you have to do is put the seatbelt on to get it started?
That's a new one.
Sheesh. I don't know what to say there, folks. I really don't. Are you serious? Now we're using this damn breath as a turbine fan? Okay, cool, fair enough.
And I'm willing to bet they probably thought this was going to lead to a franchise. And they saw the box, they saw the returns. They were like, nope.
Yeah, I did hear that the way this movie ended out, there was going to have plans for a sequel, but it never happened because of the critical and box office reception this movie got when it initially came out. Eventually, they did do a sequel, but in the form of a comic book, which was actually written by the guy who created the comic book series, like I said earlier. And I think that comic book came out because I remember actually having that copy. It came out in 2002, I think, if I remember right. It was part of the Marvel Max comic series, which is like for adults only, like Punisher and all that. So I know they had that going on for it.
I want you.
Put a nasty spit in it.
This better work.
Gotta admit, some of the sound effects are pretty good on this too, with some of those effects bits. I know that's not saying much for this movie, but I'm just trying to spot little bits here, you know? This better work. Alright, take a shot. Did it work? I guess it worked.
Nah, that seemed too easy.
Yeah, you're right.
The villains don't go down that easy. Come on now.
No, nothing. Especially if it's like a supreme, powerful, evil entity from another dimension. Like, come on now. It's a cop out, and
what a twist that would be if he infected Howard. That'd be crazy.
oh, that would have been wild. And I hate to say this, man, but he's not dead. Sorry, dude.
Go to jail. That's what happened.
This is some bullshit.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, dude. I didn't want to break it to you like that. I thought I'd wait until you see it for yourself. Well, he's not the one that got to worry about.
Just because he didn't die,
Bitch ass knuckle.
Yeah,
Bitch ass knuckle.
I know. But now we got that thing to deal with. Speaking of which, here it comes.
the fuck is that?
That's what was inside Jeffrey Jones. That thing. That's the motherfucker.
Oh my god!
Remember, guys, this is a kid's film. Be aware of that. Does look pretty cool, though.
he's pissed.
Wouldn't you?
Kind of looks like the thing. Kind of looks like the thing from Men in Black.
I was thinking that too. You know, for a
But
stop motion effect,
yeah, you know this probably gave. Oh, you know this probably gave kids nightmares.
you can guess what I thought when I first saw it. I know at first I was like, holy shit, what the hell is that? Well, I didn't say that when I was 3 years old, but that's what I was thinking. You know what else pisses me off about the Howard character? Why are you flapping your arms while you're bloody running? You don't have wings! God damn it! Dude, that is like the creature
That would be
effects on-
horrifying.
Can you imagine being a kid in the cinema seeing this for the first time and you saw that fucking thing? You would be freaking out, wouldn't you, James?
100%.
There you go. Like I said, guys, back then, we got away with quite a lot back in the day. You can't do this now. If you did this now, you added this in a movie for a kid's film, it would never get a PG rating. You'll be lucky if you get a PG-13 out of it. Well, you probably get a PG-13 out of it, but I don't think you would get a normal PG, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're right. It definitely does look a little like something out of Men in Black, doesn't it? Jeez. Bleeding runny booger. Yeah.
Well, got 4 minutes left.
Yeah, because if you don't do something, they're all going to start coming down. Oh, did you notice Howard's head was smoking then? I think that explosion wasn't meant to happen.
Bitch ass knuckle!
Yeah.
Anytime he's on screen, Paul.
I know.
Every time he's on screen, Paul. Oh, there he is again.
Bitch ass knuckle!
I don't blame you. Just keep it going. Keep it going, man. I don't blame you.
We gotta save. We gotta save Leah. No, we gotta save Leah Thompson. Fuck all that.
Yeah, really.
Tim could go either way, but Leah, that's what we gotta save.
Well, you can thank Howard for this one.
Looks like a video game.
You could say that. They did do a
That was
video
an
game
ugly
based on this.
bastard.
He was. He looked like someone I would find out at Dead Space.
Got 2 minutes. Hurry up! Stop bullshitting. Shoot it.
Here's the problem, though. If he destroys that, he's never going home. So here's the choice. Do you take a chance and use that to get back and fuck planet Earth, or do you miss?
So either go home or stay with Leah Thompson. What do you think I'm gonna choose?
Well, I know what you're going to choose, but for him, it's damned if you do, damned if I don't. I'll just go ahead and say it. He made the right choice. Oh, you're ahead of me? How the hell is he picking up that cannon, man? That thing must be heavier than him.
Yeah, it's got 1 minute left.
Bitch ass knuckle!
Well, he shot it. Did you get to that part?
He says he got destroyed machine, Howard.
Okay, I'll pause it. I'll pause it to the bit where he just took a shot at the machine.
Bitch ass knuckle!
Yeah, I know. That bitch ass is on there. Did he shoot it?
He just said goodbye.
Okay. Let me know
Get
when
out
you
there, run!
let me know when you see the portal getting blown up, because that's where I'm
Okay.
at.
All right, yeah, he's pointing.
See those fuckers coming down?
Bro, the ugly bat's coming down. Oh my god. Yeah, he just shot it.
Okay, and then you see them getting zapped back in again. Yeah. Okay, I'm hitting play. He just blew the whole fucking thing up.
Yeah, just blew up.
There you go. It's gone.
Hey,
And
he had to do. Hey, he had to do what he had to get it done. Had to get it done.
He had no choice.
Now he has no way to get back.
Well, welcome to your new life. Oh god, no more of those rhinestones came off. Oh, I'm gonna have to get some more stronger glue. There's no way he's surviving. I guess you could say he kind of. I don't know if he probably survived that or not.
Before I die, just touch my dick.
What?
That's all I would tell Leah. Can you imagine if he said that?
That'd be funny if he did.
Yeah, that's right. Touch my face. Yeah, that's right.
Touch my beak.
Touch my beak.
Uh-oh. Did it get to him?
Oh, he's fucking
No.
with him. He's fucking with him.
Of course he is.
All this smoke, murder on the sinuses.
And there it is. It's not quite over yet. Hold on.
It's all right, Touch.
Well, at least in one thing, he's got the girl in the end, didn't he, I guess? And now they're all of a sudden a very huge, successful rock band, because I'm guessing he's now their manager.
Yeah, just out of nowhere, huh?
Out of nowhere. Hey, this is the 80s after all. We don't need to explain shit back then. But yeah, they were. The ending to this was gonna be open-ended for another one, but you all know the story how it all ended in terms of the box office and everything. I know the song's cheesy. Sorry, it is the 80s.
Hey, I don't care.
You don't care because you got a hot-looking Leah Thompson there and a really cool skin-tight pants she's wearing in that
Exactly.
costume.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
She could do whatever. She can do whatever the fuck she want.
Yeah, she fucking can. Now, if you remember early in the film, he did mention that he did have a band himself back in his home planet.
Yeah, I saw the poster. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he might play a guitar. That'd be cool if he did. See if he's got any guitar skills. What the hell is he? That's a hideous ass looking fucking blazer I've ever seen.
She sounds good. She's a good singer.
Yeah.
She's a good singer.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but he's actually pretty damn good with that guitar.
Hey, Michael. Hey, what you mean? Her son taught her. What you talking about?
Never mind.
Marty taught her, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
as bad as they say. No.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I've seen worse.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen worse. I mean, Halloween 5 would be one.
Well, Halloween 5 is that's the bottom of the barrel.
So's Halloween Ends. in my opinion. Yeah, I'm never gonna let that go. You know that, James.
I know.
All right.
I'm getting her pregnant.
I know you would.
I'm getting her pregnant. She's having my kid.
Yeah, why not? But I think Howard's beat you to it, buddy.
I'll fight a duck. I don't give a fuck.
All right. And that is...
she do the splits too. Oh, bro, yeah. Oh, bro. She do the splits too, man. You know what? Yeah. She's having my baby.
And there's Howard the Duck, folks. And my remote just fell down. All right, James, you can go first because this is your first time watching this. So go right ahead.
It's after hearing a lot about this film, it's not terrible. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. All person I really gave a fuck about was Leah Thompson. But wait, he's gonna kiss her. Oh, but she can't keep touching my face. But the plot was fine. Like it didn't offend me. Just my biggest problem. My biggest problem with the movie was it's just like the sudden tones. That it's not consistent with. I just think if this movie just fully went into it being batshit insane crazy, like I'm like, this is a movie about a talking duck. Like they just went to the route of this is absolutely ridiculous, and they acknowledge it and they embrace it, kind of like on some Deadpool Peacemaker type level. I probably would have enjoyed this a lot more. But a movie that kind of does the same thing like this, but it's done better. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Roger Rabbit does the same kind of, but it's done with better actors and a better script. But I don't hate this movie. It's probably a movie I probably never watch again after this show. But yeah, it's fine. I thought Leah Thompson did the best that she could do in this situation. I don't like Tim Robbins in this performance. I thought he's very annoying. Jeremy Johns.
Bitch ass knuckle. Bitch ass knuckle. Bitch ass knuckle. Bitch.
Yeah, I know.
And the guy who played Howard the Duck, he was fine. He was likable. He wasn't a douchebag. I don't mind it. And outside of the bestiality and the potential bestiality and duck titties,
not every day you can say that about a movie. We see duck tits.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
No, this is a good movie. Give me a second. I'm just taking my jacket off. I'm sweating like crazy. Let me just put it away a minute, and I'll tell you my thoughts.
Okay.
Drop my thoughts in just a minute. Hold on. Just gotta hang it up a minute. I was sweating like crazy. Couldn't do it no more.
Okay. Well, while you do that, from one pervert, Jimmy Johns, to another pervert, man. Everybody grab your passports. Everybody grab your passports.
Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Girl, would you like to come back with Rob to America? America. Do you have your passport? Did you get your shots? Who wants to come back with us to America? To America. to America. Bitch ass knuckle.
Okay, I'm back, guys. I had to get that mask off; it was killing me. But yeah, Howard the Duck, man. Like I said, when I saw this when I was a kid many years ago, I didn't know much about it at the time. I didn't even realize it was based on a comic book character back in the day. But I remember enjoying it for what it was, not realizing how much of an impact or negative impact this movie was going to have, not just with the cast involved and the directors involved, but also with just the box office and critical reception. But again, like James was pointing out, like it's not as bad as some people go out and claim it to be. The movie does have its. To be fair, the movie does have its funny moments too. If you've got that kind of sense of humor for that kind of thing in this movie, some of the scenes were a little bit questionable. Even for a PG movie, like you had like fucking a duck with their tits out. Like I'm like, what the hell? And this is a PG. And you had that scary ass monster at the end of the movie. But again, it goes back, like I said. I mean, like the movie is flawed, is a little misunderstood at times. I mean, maybe the humor it was poking out at the time might have been a bit ahead of its time in terms of how far they were pushing it. Maybe that's what they were trying to do. I don't know. But you could tell this movie had, you could say, an inconsistent tone. Like at some point you could see it was trying to be a family-friendly film. Then there were some points where it was trying to be edgy and you wasn't too sure how far, if they were going to take it that far or not. But at some points you could say they did. But it's like, it's hard for me to say where I am on the fence with this. So like, you got the part of me that enjoys this film for what it is, despite all of its flaws. But there's also at the same time, we can point out some of the stuff that we feel that doesn't work well with this film at all. So there is that part of it in there when I watch this film too. So, but I still enjoyed this movie for what it was. It's not perfect, but it's not as bad as what a lot of critics tried to say it was back in the day. And yeah, there is a lot of issues with, the aftermath of what happened for some of the people involved in this movie, like the one we talked about earlier a few times. One of the film heads of Universal ended up quitting after this movie came out. That was one of the ones that got into that fist fight I told you about. And the guy who ended up directing this movie, he ended up never making another movie again. But like I said, there has been a resurgence of the character in terms of some of his cameo appearances, like in Guardians of the Galaxy. He had an episode in Marvel's What If. Whether they'll make another movie or another TV show based on this character again, that remains to be seen. Because if you're going to do it, nowadays you can now stay true to its comic book source. So some of the raunchier bits and some of the edgier parts, you can do that now, which you couldn't do on this one. So maybe if they did decide to take a chance and go for it, then there's a good possibility that it might reach an audience, because I know that some of its later episodes on the TV show, it has been getting some good reviews. So because they kept in tone of that approach they were trying to do, like it was in the comics, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I mean, like, if you did this movie now, you probably would have had a different reaction, because, like I said, it had the same kind of humor that you would find in Deadpool. So if you did that then, or maybe make this after the first Deadpool movie, that would have been cool to see. But there's that. I'm guessing there's that stigma about it, in it, because it is. People regard it as one of the worst films ever made. The movie didn't do well at the box office, so you have all that going on with it. So it all depends on whoever you're going to get in charge to make it, who you're going to get casted in it. Make sure you got the right people involved, and make sure they know what the fuck they're doing. And that's the only way I could see this ever happening, making some kind of comeback on a big screen or whatever. But anyway, this movie itself, again, it's not perfect, but it's not completely bad either. So for anyone who's curious to watching this movie, I would say, never mind what critics say. You can read the reviews on it as well. Go right ahead. You can watch somebody else's YouTube reaction, because there are a few of them out there. But my advice is, if you're going to go into this movie, just go into this movie with zero expectations. Go in blind and decide for yourself. You know, watch the movie. If you like it, cool. If you don't, that's cool too. But I always say, it's the same with me with any kind of movie. It's like, if I'm going to watch a movie, it don't fucking matter what people tell me about it. I want to see it for myself. And if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. And that's how I approach movies. So I'll give this, I'm going to have to put this in like probably 5 out of 10. Because half of it I enjoyed, and half of it there's a lot of inconsistencies of where it kind of takes it out of it for me in the film itself. So, but yeah, 5 out of 10 for me at least. Okay, let's see what movie news we got here. I got a bunch of it over to you queued up and ready to go. Let's see.
All right, go ahead.
All right, let's see. I haven't been on here for a little while, so yeah, people still talking about Toxic Avenger because that movie is going to be nearing its release very soon. We got a new slasher movie coming out called Sweetest Day. They just dropped the Red Band trailer for this not too long ago. I actually saw the trailer for this as well. Definitely has that slasher movie vibe to it. But it's featuring a few cast members in this. Let me see if I get the story for this. So yeah, Sweetest Day is a knockoff Valentine's Day celebrated predominantly in the Midwest on the third Sunday of October. It is the latest holiday to spawn a slasher. Celebrate your new favorite day by slicing into our exclusive Red Band trailer below. The movie stars Dory Saver, who stars as Mindy, a resilient survivor confronted by a vengeful, undead Confederate soldier that nearly ended her life once before. Catherine Corcoran, who was in the first Terrifier movie, is in this. Kelly Monroe, who was in Chopping Mall. Russell Todd, who was in Friday the 13th Part 2, is in this movie. Nate Boyer, who was in Mayans MC. Morgan Shaw, who was in Salem. Deborah S. Craig, who was in The Blacklist. Chris Lebanon, who was in MFA. There's a few and that's some of the names that's in here. Doug Holloway makes his directorial debut, adapted from his 2022 proof of concept short film. So this is actually based on a proof of concept short film that he did back in 2022, and now he's turned it into a full-fledged movie. So this might be worth checking into. I'm not sure when the release date is. I don't see anything on the release date confirmation, but the trailer is out. Yeah, I think I did see the release. Let me just check and make sure. No release date yet, but there is a Red Band trailer for it out right now. It's called The Sweetest Day. I am going to give James this link in the StreamYard chat so he can have a look at the trailer and everything on there. I'm going to post them all on there too, big. If you guys want to see that too. Right, next bit of movie news. What do we got here? Hold on. That movie, The Long Walk, has its first Red Band clip. I've not watched it yet, but it will feature just how brutal some of that stuff goes. We got a 70s horror throwback movie called Brute 1976. That's going to be hitting the cinemas next week, and it's going to be on video on demand in September. This actually looks pretty interesting. Drawing inspirations from 70s horror classic Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Hills Have Eyes, this is going to premiere in Los Angeles on the 26th of August. It's an indie horror film that will open at select screenings, and it'll be on the 29th of August. Then it'll get a video on demand release. It's set in August 1976. Raquel and her girlfriend have car trouble, and it breaks down on the side of a road in the middle of nowhere. That sounds familiar. And a group of people are in the desert for a photo shoot. Soon they stumble upon an abandoned town where a family of masked psychopaths reside. Marcel Waltz, who directed Blood Feast and Blind, directs this from a script that was from a frequent collaborator who did Twilight of the Dead and also Blind. It's also going to be a Neon Noir producers. And I'm just looking at the casting and seeing what they're involved in. Yeah, Andlin McLean and Sarah Finch from Blind are in this. Gigi Gunston, who was in The Retaliators. That's a good movie, by the way. She's in that. Adam Busey, who was in Halt and Catch Fire. Mark Justice, Robert Fesselin Jr., Ben Kaplan, Denzel Laden, Bishop Ali Stevens, and Jed Ronan. So a lot of these guys that were involved in this film, Blind, which is what the filmmaker's first film was, they're all involved in this too. So this is like a close-knit indie type film. Looking at the screenshots, this does look good. I see they got a chainsaw on the movie poster. So yeah, this is definitely a combination of Texas Chainsaw meets Hills Have Eyes. So it's definitely a throwback to 70s horrors. This might be something worth checking into, James. I haven't seen the trailer yet, but I'm going to send you the link for it. This might be something to keep an eye out for. If it ends up on Amazon Prime or Shudder, I'll probably check it out for sure. That might be worth a watch. Who else is in here? Right, hang on. I was just checking the YouTube chat a minute then. Okay, anything else? Well, we got ourselves another killer shark movie, James. This one here is called Beast of War. They just released a trailer for it. It's set in Australia's World War II. Ooh, okay. So it's a World War II movie, but with a horror movie vibe to it. It's being directed by the guy who did Wormwood. Oh, that's a pretty cool zombie film from Australia. Okay, well, if he's involved in it, this might be worth checking into. But yeah, it's a shark attack survival horror movie set during World War II. It's a period World War II drama loosely based on real-life events, pitting soldiers against a great white shark, and will be released in theaters and video on demand from WellGo USA on October 10th. It follows a warship carrying hundreds of Australian soldiers across the Timor Sea on the front lines of World War II. Suddenly, Japanese fighter jets scream out of the sky, and within minutes, they sink the ship. Survivors manage to get out, but they're being hunted down by a shark. This movie's been rated R for bloody, violent content, and apparently, this movie is going to be using a mix of classic old school animatronics and puppeteering effects to create the shark, with that practical work added by cutting edge. So the bulk of the shark is going to be old school practical effects with a little bit of CGI enhancement just to make it a bit more lively. So that's kind of like how Jaws did it, isn't it? With the old school, well, minus the CG part, but the old school practical effects way. What's your thoughts on that one, James? I know it's a shark movie, but old school shark effects?
Comes down to execution.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely going to have a look at the trailer when I get off the air. I will send you the link as well so you can have a little look into this. But this will be dropping in a few select cinemas, and then it'll be on video on demand on October 10th. So that'll be something to keep an eye out for, folks. I mean, I'm always open to seeing some killer shark movies, as long as it's not a pile of shit or stupid like fucking Sharknado, then we're good. What's this? Oh yeah, I heard about that dinosaur movie, Primitive War. That might be something worth checking into. What's this? Victorian Psycho starring... Oh, what's this? I ain't heard of this one. So Margaret Qualley, who was in The Substance, has been set to star in a psychological horror thriller called Victorian Psycho for A24. But that iteration of the project is no more. Both Quigley and A24 have to part. Oh, okay, hang on, let me read into this. The film will be releasing, and you might be wondering, Deadline reports today that Victorian Psycho has been picked up by Bleecker Street, which with plans for a 2026 release. Okay, let me read into this. Monroe takes on the lead role of a young eccentric governess in Whitfield Naughty in 1858. So this is set in the 1800s, kind of like the timeline with the costume I got on. And it arrives in a remote Gothic manor known as Enzer's House. Her responsibilities include teaching the children table manners and educating them about their family's history, whilst hiding her psychopathic tendencies. As Whitfield assimilates into life, at Enzer's house, staff members begin to inexplicably disappear, and the owners of the estate begin to wonder if there's something amiss about their new governess. So basically what this is, in my opinion, Victorian Psycho, American Psycho, has a bit of a similarity there, don't you think? Well, that's going to be directed by Zachary Wingdon, who did a film called Sanctuary, and it's being scripted by author Virginia Fitcho, who did Mrs. March, and it's based on her novel of the same name. This movie's planning to be released on the 4th. Oh, the book was released on the 4th of September this year. I was in Venice at the time. But this movie is planning for a 2026 release. I don't know the exact date on when that's coming out, but this movie's based on a book. This might be an interesting movie. I mean, like a psychopathic slasher movie, but set in the 1800s. That might be worth looking into, dude. All right, the link is in the chat box right there. Any more news? Let's see. Seems to be slow at the minute. Yeah, James, have you heard about this movie? It's a supernatural horror movie, but this whole movie is told from a dog's point of view.
I saw the trailer to that. Looks interesting.
Yeah, it's called Good Boy for anyone who's been checking this out. This is a supernatural horror movie, folks, but it's actually being told from the perspective of a dog's point of view. So the main story of this film is told from a dog. A very interesting concept. I do like the idea of having it told from an animal's point of view. However, this isn't the first time I've seen that happen in a film. There was I think it was on VHS 2, one of the horror anthologies, where there was an anthology bit where you see it was seen from a dog's point of view of an alien abduction, and the dog had like a camera strapped to it. So the whole film is seen from that dog's perspective on the camera that it's attached to. But yeah, apparently this movie is going to be getting a PG-13. And because, this is an interesting thing too, this movie was initially going to get a limited cinema run. But the moment that trailer went out, the trailer went viral. 2,000% viral in terms of its view count, dude. So because of that, the movie is now going to get a major cinema run, not just a limited cinema run no more. Now it's getting a major cinema run, and then it's going to get released on Shudder. Now, my biggest concern about this movie, and I know people are going to, I'm not the only one that's going to be feeling this way too. If this dog dies in this movie, I'm not going to be happy about it. Because I don't know what it is, man, but anytime I watch a movie and when you see, I mean, I don't give a fuck if a human's in danger, but if you've got an animal that's in peril, that just makes you even more of an emotional wreck. You know, you get even more invested. I don't want to see this dog die, man. That's my only major concern about this movie, man. So, I mean, what's your take on this one, James? Your mic's off. He's probably been doing something, I think. But yeah, guys, what? No.
Yeah, I gotta step away for a second, but keep going.
Yeah, I'm saying, I'm just wondering what your thoughts are, man, about the idea of this dog. I mean, if anything happens to him, man, I've got a bad feeling about this one.
Well, I mean, there have been some movies where the dog was pretty much the hero of the movie. I mean, I think of the movie Bad Moon, where pretty much the dog was the hero. Hey, I mean, it could be interesting. You know, it could be very interesting. Told from a different perspective, it's different. Yeah, it should. I'm actually looking forward to seeing that one.
Yeah. Again, I'm looking forward to seeing it too, but I just have that worry about what might happen into this one in this movie, because I mean, for me it goes back to that scene on The Fly too. If you remember that scene with that dog, man, that fucked me up when I was a kid. I still can't watch that. So ever since that movie, anything involving animals in danger, I'm just like, oh man, I don't know. I definitely want to see this movie though, but I'm just, man, the dog has to live. I got to, if he gets killed off, I'm gonna be like, damn. But I don't know. We'll find out when we see it, I guess. What's this? Looks like Bill Moseley and Kane Hodder are going to be teaming up again for some movie called Spawn of the Living Dead. Looks like another zombie spin-off based on the George Romero stuff. John A. Russo, the co-writer of George Romero's Night of the Living Dead, he's heading back into the zombie arena with Spawn of the Living Dead, which actually sounds like something of an unofficial sequel to Night of the Living Dead. But Deadline reports that horror movie legends Kane Hodder, Bill Moseley, Michael Berryman will star in this movie alongside Trina Parks and Casper Van Dien. Annie Kid Wolf is going to be directing this movie. So here's the official synopsis. It's 1968. The zombie plague is ending. Oh, so it's after the zombie plague. Okay, fine. The living dead eaters of human flesh who are lurking in the Evans City Cemetery are being gunned down and burned by the armed posse led by Sheriff Ken Johnson, who is Deputy Jeff Sanders, and Dr. Harold Umbassy, who's also on the scene with a team of white-coated laboratory assistants collecting zombie specimens by shooting them with immobilizing darts, the same way wild animals are captured for zoos. Their mission is to carry out experiments on the undead in hopes of finding out what caused the plague in the first place. The makeup effects is being done by the guy who did Final Destination Bloodlines. It's not too bad. And that's all we got on it so far. There's no release date or anything, but one of the co-writers of Night of the Living Dead is heading back into the zombie house with this, and you got guys like Kane Hodder, Bill Moseley, and Michael Berryman involved in this movie. So you got a couple of well-known horror names. I mean, they're getting on in age. I mean, all of them are in their 70s now. So I'm not too sure what to think of that one. It might be worth a watch, but I don't know. I've got my doubts on that one. We'll have to wait and see when that one comes out, I guess. Oh, shit. Well, guess what? It looks like Wizard of Oz is getting turned into a slasher film.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Let me see who's involved in this. Hold on. So, the public domain horror craze has left very few stones unturned over the past few years. You know, we had Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and they had Part 2. We had a Peter Pan horror film. We got Bambi coming out later. And now we're going to have, and don't forget Steamboat Willie. And now we got Wizard of Oz, which is probably on the short list of classic tales being targeted for a horror movie treatment. And it's going to be called Wicked of Oz, a spectacular, dark, and bloody reimagining of that's being unleashed in the cinemas this November. Oh, so they've already filmed this. Okay. Insurgents actor-producer Tom Mahoney's Trick Candle Productions and filmmaker James Cullinan have joined forces with director Aaron Metris for Wicked of the Oz, a twisted take on the legendary story that's being billed as a slasher film. Wicked of Oz traps Dorothy Gale in a savage land where she faces blood-drenched death everywhere she turns. And Deadline has shared the first images of information of this movie this week. The synopsis, if you guys haven't seen Wizard of Oz, you know, it's like Dorothy. She gets involved in like a freak tornado accident, which ends up taking her to this like magical place called the Oz. And now you're going to be getting a huge horror movie treatment out of this. So picture that story, but give it a whole like fucking horror movie spin on this. Well, knowing me, because I'm a sucker for any kind of movie, I'll check it out. So they released some of the images.
I'm not watching it.
Hey, you never know. But I'll wait until I don't know if there's a trailer. Let me see if there's a trailer out for it. Let me have a look. Hang on. I'm going to scroll down. No trailer for it out just yet. Just a couple of screenshots. But they're going to be dropping this in November. It looks like, judging from the looks of it, it looks like it's going to be one of those like indie made films, like low budget type thing. I'm looking at some of the cast members in this. No, one of the cast members was in Sharknado. Well, there you go. That tells you what kind of movie this is going to be. So this might be a bit of a shit show. I don't know. I probably might see it. I probably might not. Looking at that cast members, I'm kind of a little bit. I don't know about that. Okay, this is from 4 days ago, but we got some Scream 7 news here. Neve Campbell pushed for the film to reset back to the suspense of Craven's original. Okay, let me look into this. So, let me read this. Okay, speaking of Kevin Williamson, he's not only the writer and director of this movie, but he's also directing this movie for Scream 7. Yes, we know about that. Now, Neve Campbell is back as Sidney Prescott with a character taking center stage on the 7th installment. She'll be joined by returning players, including, I don't know how the hell this has happened, but David Arquette is back from the dead in this one. Courtney Cox is in it. Scott Foley, who was the killer in Scream 7. Matthew Lillard, who's played Stu, is in this. Mason Gooden's in this. And Jasmine Savory Brown are also set to reprise their roles in this from the previous 2 installments. Neve said she wants to go back to the first movie find the suspense and really concentrate on the scary and not the bloody side of this movie. So apparently she's harking it back to how the first.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
Well, that's what
ain't that what Scream 5 and 6 was supposed to be?
Yeah, I know, right? So
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either, but she's saying it. She's saying that she wants it to. She's hoping this movie concentrates on the scary suspense parts and not the gore stuff. That's what she seems to be saying here. So Kevin Williamson explained to Ashley Cullins that she was smart. She goes, this is the time to do it because we're moving away from New York. We're going back to Sydney's life. And this is the time to reset a little bit. And I'm like, yep, let's do it. This is what I was just reading what they're saying here on quote. And they made it very clear, I think, publicly too, that Sydney has been through so much torment, that she's been through so much trauma, that to give her anything less than a happy ending is mean, according to Williamson's in this new book. So that's all we got so far. So that's not much of a news, but there's even a book coming out which is based on the whole Scream franchise. Let's go ahead and say this, guys, man. Scream 7's production has been a fucking mess. With everything that's been going on with Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega walking out. And,
No, I know. It's a mess.
And
it's a straight up shit show.
And you got David Arquette back. I thought he died. I don't know how they're bringing him back in this. Scott Foley, who was the killer in Scream 3, is in this. And I know fans have been demanding for Stu to come back. Well, you're finally going to get what you want, folks. But the question is, how are they bringing him back? Because if he's back as the fucking killer,
I don't want to talk about this, bro. I've said all I need to say, man. It just gotta make sense.
Listen, I'm just gonna put this out there right now. The movie's coming out in September. Just show me a fucking trailer so I can have a little bit of an idea of what we're gonna be dealing with, and then I'll see how I feel about when I see it. But I want to see a trailer to at least give me an idea of what we're dealing with here, because again, this movie has been an absolute fucking mess. This production has been a mess from start to finish, with a revolving door of directors, cast members, and just everything in between, really, man. It's just, I am just very concerned about this one. I mean, we've not had a completely bad Scream movie. We've had like a weak entry in terms of Scream 3, but there hasn't been a Scream movie where we can turn around and say that was absolute shit. But I got this funny feeling, dude, that I think that streak might get broken on this one. I hope I'm wrong. I hope this movie turns out to be really good. But there's that part of me, man. There is that part of me where I'm just like, this is probably not going to work out, man. So, I don't know. Just going to have to wait and see on that one. All right, got a little bit of video game news. And I know James pointed this one out on Discord, and I kind of said about it a little bit. But yeah, we got a Halloween video game coming out. And before I knew who was involved in it, I was like, oh, cool, we're going to get a Halloween video game. Awesome. But then I heard who was involved in making it. It's the same studio that did the Friday the 13th video game, the Texas Chainsaw video game, and the Killer Clowns from Outer Space video game. And the moment I heard that, and I'm sorry, James, but I'm not interested in this one. And the reason I say that is because it's going to be like fucking multiplayer only, no single player story driven bullshit. You know how I feel about video games, James.
No. This is gonna have a single player story mode.
Yeah, but here's the thing. No, here's the thing, though, right? Friday the 13th did that same kind of thing when they added it later, but it was basically under a multiplayer structure. So unless they have a separate, like, dedicated single player immersion experience to it, I'm skeptical, man, because the game is primarily going to be a multiplayer game. They just added that single player element to it. It's not going to be like, to me, it's not going to feel like a full-fledged single player experience like this, like the upcoming Hellraiser game is going to be. It just feels like a Dead by Daylight patchwork for the single player story. I'm hoping I'm wrong. But because of the last two games that Gunn and Ilphonics has done, I don't trust them. I don't have a lot of faith in this one, James. But what's your thoughts on this? I mean, go ahead.
Well, I mean, I never played Texas Chainsaw Massacre games, and then I only played the Friday 13th game. Like, just this, I never really thought much of it.
I will say, when it comes to Texas Chainsaw, you ain't missing much because it's from the same people who did Friday the 13th, and this Halloween game is from the same people.
Well, only thing I care about, because from what I've heard, from what I've seen, like, it says it's going to be a single player mode, and I've been hearing that there will be a story, like an actual original story mode on there. So that's the only thing I care about. I think I thought the trailer looked good. I liked the trailer. I liked how Michael looked. Did not like Dr. Lucas impersonator at all. I did not like him at all. I thought it was terrible.
Well, I can also tell you right now, Nick Castle is motion capturing Michael Myers.
Okay, well, that's good. That's good. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely gonna play it. It seems like fun. But yeah, but I agree. If it doesn't have a single player or a story mode, it's gonna be the same multiplayer. It's gonna go old really, really fast. But it did say that in the actual press release, they said that they're going to be focused on making this game like giving its replay value, right?
Right.
So I mean, yeah, we'll get more obviously, but it looks like is that we're actually gonna get a single player / story mode, but I'm interested.
All right, well, I'll tell you what then, because I still have my doubts about this. If you do get the Halloween game, check out the story mode. Let me know what it's like. How long does the story last? And maybe then I'll consider it. Because right now, dude, when it comes to horror IPs, Hellraiser is the one that's been getting my attention because that game is going to be primarily a first-person, single-player, story-driven experience, which is what I want. Because you know what my preferences are in a video game. I'm always going to be after that single-player, story-driven game. Multiplayer games, I can't fucking do them. The same fucking thing to me. This is why do you think I soured on games like Friday the 13th and Texas Chainsaw and Dead by Daylight and that recent fucking Evil Dead game, because they went to that fucking route, which I'm getting tired of it, dude. I really am getting tired of seeing that same fucking thing over and over again. And that's why we're seeing a little bit of a resurgence in the kind of games that I want to see again, like we used to have back in the early 2000s. James knows what I'm talking about. We ate good back in the day when it came to those games. We were eating good. So I want to see that again. So like I said, I'm gonna wait until James plays it, and I'll see what he thinks of it. And if it turns out to be okay, then maybe I will give it a shot. But right now, dude, Hellraiser is the only horror game that's on my sights right now when it comes to games based on a horror IP. And if you've seen the trailer for that, then you know why I'm favoring this one more than the other at the minute. But yeah, that's I can't just see if there's any more news here because it seems to be a little bit slim at the minute. There's probably going to be more in the coming months because, as you know, guys, we're in September time and October's coming around. So there's going to be a lot of horror movie news that's going to be dropping pretty soon at that point. But that's all the ones I can think of for now at this present moment in time. So, yeah, there's your horror movie news for the day, folks.
All right. Okay. Good job, Paul. Thank you for the news. As always, and we're gonna take a quick break here. My mind has been completely in the gutter on this show because of Leah Thompson.
I know, right?
And this is the Lord's Day, so. During this commercial break, I need to get this demon out of me. So, and all y'all too. I know some of y'all probably had some damn naughty thoughts too. So get that sex demon out of you.
Look that demo. Look, oral sex demo. You see oral sex? Look, oral sex. Look.
I know.
You oral sex. Use oral sex. Let that sperm of that man out. Out, you demo. Out. Let go.
Deliver me to something. Back then, a demon came with his penis and put it in my mouth. And then he came again and he slept with me last week. And I told the pastor that I need deliverance again. And since then, my private part has been itching.
You've been itching?
Yes.
Get! Who are you? Who are you? Speak! Who are you? Who are you? Look at that demo. Who are you? Who are you? Speak out. Who are you? Jesus. You demon can help you. Yeah. Come up from the private part. You lay on private part. Leave one in the private part. Watch what happens. Fire! Come out from the private. Come out. Out! From the private. Go.
Yeah. All right. Now I feel better. Now. Okay. I had to keep my mind off the gutter. Now I feel better. Okay. Ooh. All right.
There I am. I'm there. Yeah, I just had to take. I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yes. I can hear you. Yes, absolutely. All right. So for Thursday, for the next episode of the Primetime Gorehounds, episode 122, we're gonna go back into the world of horror with my favorite director. Another really good film of his I really enjoy. Starring someone who's going through a bit of a resurgence as of late in Jamie Lee Curtis. Yeah, people are going back and around that Freaky Friday promotional video that she did.
Oh yeah, she's doing that sequel, isn't she? Yeah.
Well, she did more than the sequel. Paul, you did not see it, Paul.
No, I haven't seen it yet. No.
You didn't see it. No. You didn't see what she did.
What does she do?
She did a video promoting the movie with damn near her titties out.
Oh shit! Oh well, I'll have a look at that later when I get offline.
Yes, and Twitter and then social media. She went viral for it. Actually, I was surprised you didn't see it. Yeah, she went viral for it. Yeah.
I've been so busy, dude, getting ready to go to Germany in a couple of weeks.
Oh, but yeah. But Jamie Lee Curtis is starring in this film, and it's going to be John Carpenter's The Fog.
Oh, The Fog. Now, there's a movie I have not seen in a while, but I'm going to have to see if I can get that on Amazon Prime to rent because I don't have a copy of this movie. But yeah, I can find it. No problem. Okay, well, if you're returning to horror movies, I need to come back strong with a horror movie as well, haven't I? So in this case, I think you might have heard of this one, James, but I don't know if you've seen this one yet. But I'm going to go ahead and set up the table for everybody here. This movie came out 20 years ago in 2005. It's actually loosely based on actual events, and this movie comes from Australia. And people regarded this as one of the best, scariest horror films of the decade. And the villain who's in this movie, some say he's probably the most memorable, maybe the most authentically evil characters you could ever see in a movie and ever put on the big screen. So, do you know the one I'm about to say, James?
No, what?
All right. And it's been, like I said, it's been out for 20 years. My next pick, folks, is the 2005 Australian horror film, Wolf Creek.
Wolf Creek. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Good pick. All right. Paul, tell the people where they can find you.
Okay, if you're on Facebook, man, go on Paul Burt's Photography Corner. Got a whole bunch of good photos there. I got some more photos coming up this upcoming weekend. There's going to be a metal comedy beach party happening. We all got to wear our beach party shirts. Otherwise, we don't get in. That's going to be mechanized, manipulated. They're going to be playing. And then Saturday's going to be a busy one, dude. It's a festival called One for Sorrow. 10 metal bands playing in one day from 1 o'clock in the afternoon till 11 o'clock at night. And I'm going to have to supercharge.
That's too much.
Hey, I did it last year. Got to do it again. Well, that's going to be fun. Are you on there for Facebook? Support Indie Horror. It's another Facebook page if you guys want to check that out. I'm also on Instagram. Type in Paul Gorehound Burt. I'm also on TikTok as well. Type in that name there too. Twitch, Gorehound 1983. I just recently did a video game stream of Turbo Overkill, which is probably one of the best fucking games I've played this year so far. If you haven't seen that yet, James, check it out. I'll probably send you some links before we get off the air. And if you're on Blue Sky, you can find me on there too.
All right. You can find me on Primetime James Thomas, which is my professional wrestling channel. JTims1193 on Twitter. Primetime podcast, where you can find my professional wrestling podcast video where I do podcasts and I do wrestling tribute videos, which are honestly, those are my favorite things to do on that channel.
Can't argue that.
I have so much fun creating those. And have you seen my Attitude Era one?
I might have had that playing on my phone when I was getting myself to sleep. I have a tendency to watch YouTube videos to help me sleep. So
my video put you to sleep.
No, any video for that matter.
Oh, okay. All right.
It helps me sleep when I've got a video playing. But I'll definitely check it out.
I'll see you.
I don't know why, man. Lately I've been having a hard time trying to get a good night's sleep, and the only way I can do that is if I got a video playing to help me sleep, or even if it's music. I does that.
All right, okay. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode of the Primetime Gorehounds. Please be sure to hit that like, subscribe. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching us watching Howard the Duck. Well, Paul really watching Howard the Duck. Me just lusting over Leah Thompson.
I hope you guys like the new costume I got as well. It took a while to put that one.
Which is a great costume. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Well, actually, not next week. This Thursday, actually. And,
yeah.
Hit that like, subscribe button, and we are out. Oh, And you know, Paul, I've been an asshole. Okay, listen. Okay, look, I had Leah Thompson today. All right, I was listening for Leah Thompson, but I don't want to leave my boy out. Okay, like I gotta bring the women for Paul too. Okay, I gotta bring the women for Paul too, and because I'm such a good friend. And because I don't leave my boy hanging, gotta bring the girls. Let us drop it low for Jesus. Peace.
Oh shit!
Like by our very own pastor, Pastor James, when we was just this little.
Free Pastor James.
My man loves me. He provides for me. He protects me. So tonight I'm gonna drop it low just for him. Drop it low for Jesus. Keep the Lord in mind. When you're dirty wine, drop it for Jesus. In the club, shake it to the floor and show it love. I'm on the grind, 'cause for my sins he died. 'Cause I know I'll be at the pearly gates for show. I'll be in the number when the trumpet starts to blow. But tonight I gotta drop it low. Drop it low.
God loving music. Give it up again for what's your name?
Renita.
Renita, y'all. Yes. They will never be on this program again. That's enough dropping it low for Jesus and all our Christian viewers and our African.
Wonderful. Beautiful. That's right.
You so-called Christian-looking whores.
That's it.
Jumping in some church, flapping your ankle chains around, all on the choir, breasts hanging out, lips all red, nails painted red, purple, blue, green, long like bird claws, all this fake hair, breast implants, toenails painted with little fake diamonds in it. Your toes ain't richer. You're nothing but a prostitute.
Amen.
Yeah, man!
Wonderful prostitute.
Go to church now. Go to church. Got nothing but a singing hoe, a shouting hoe, a organ playing hoe, a choir director hoe. Hey, preacher. If what I just said describe your wife, you're married to a hoe.
Amen.
Am I right, sir? Talk to me.
Yes, sir. Amen. Yes, sir. Wonderful.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
A man that's a real man don't want his wife out in the street looking like a prostitute. And you a holy woman?
Amen. Amen.
Or claim you's a Christian? Christian with skin-tight pants. Showing the very shape of your birth canal. Going to some church with the shape of your birth canal exposed in public and jeans all up the backside of your behind. Carrying a Bible.
That's right.
Going to church.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I rest my case. See you all next time, folks.